How's it going, everybody? It's Ultra here, and this is the very last vlog of 2016. That's right, everybody. You might be watching this during when New Year's Eve starts, or you might be watching it when New Year's happened, or maybe watching a few days after New Year's. I'm making this video basically to show a little short story of how this year's been to me and why in this channel, in my last channel, came to be. Basically, the reason why I started YouTube in the first place was because I didn't know what YouTube was, to be honest. The thought of it, I didn't know what YouTube was. When I came across YouTube the first time was back in, say, 2008. When I first discovered it, I was like, oh, it's like a site that you can view videos? Like, how is that possible? And I looked up like a bunch of things about it. It looks very fun to be a part of. I'm like, okay. I started watching like a bunch of videos I didn't know like existed. Like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And back in a year passed in 2009, I forgot what month during that time was when I first decided like I'm gonna make my first channel. I made my first channel. It's when I made that channel, I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, I didn't have no equipment, I didn't have no camera. The thought of it, like, I could just make a channel and just basically just comment or like people's videos or subscribe to them. Then had an idea, and when I had my first one, when my sister had her laptop, when I found out I had like a built-in camera and microphone, like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use this as my start off point. When I used that, my first channel didn't have no gameplay. Like, before it became a gameplay channel as it was before, for people who has seen my other channel, I'll leave the name here, maybe I'll leave the name in the description below. Oh man, think back memory lane. The thought when my first time using my channel was to basically do as blogs, use it as a blogging channel, like basically do whatever I felt like I could think of. But to be honest, like after like at least 20 or so videos later, I'm like, this is not fun for me. I don't see no fun. Like, what could make me more interested to do videos for this awesome site named YouTube? I came to the conclusion, like, after like probably like a year or two, I would say at least 2 years later during that time, I decided like, well, maybe a year passed and I still don't know how to do it. I'm like looking at YouTube on my computer. Well, it was my family's computer. We all had to share like a computer at the time. When that day came, I'm like watching like random videos, and I had the idea like, do they have gameplays? Do they have videos about games? Because I was a dumb kid. I didn't know how to freaking like, I didn't know what the hell like what the proper names for it is. I didn't know there was things called let's plays, gameplays, playthroughs, walkthroughs, you name it. I did not know any of that because I did not know that the full names of those. When I came across the thing called let's plays, I'm like, the hell's a let's play? I watched it. It's basically like the person making this video and doing voiceovers. And after I watched that whole series, I was like, whoa, that's how you do that much things for that set channel. I was like, I want to do gameplay footages. I want to do gameplay videos. But I did not know how they did that at the first. I like how they got like that perfect picture. I'm like, how did they do it? As you all may know, like for people who started out YouTube for like gaming, my thought was like, because I had an old camera. This was not my first camera. This is actually my second camera that I ever owned in my life. The first camera I ever owned was this camera that had like a video camera, a digital video camera, a picture taking camera with those snapshot features, and it had this coolest feature I ever will never forget: the MP3 player setting. Yeah, like gameplays. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this for that because I actually have a meaning for this. And a tripod wise, I had a tripod. I don't know what happened to it. That's why I bought a new one. And now I'm like, I'm having way more fun with this now. Like, cause the thought like getting my kind of experience of my gameplay on there. Back then I was like the kid that actually like to like flush out with the come out people. Like I did not know how to approach people. Like when someone approaches a bad comment, I come back with another bad comment, like arguing with this person. I started like basically like arguing with that person, and that made me feel so stupid back then. I'm like, why? That pushes people away. That's not what I intended. My plan was for the channel. My thought was to basically bring people to the channel, like make people feel welcome to it. When I had that idea, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I gave up the idea for a bit, and came back to it again to start more videos with the same set camera back then. And now, when I had the idea, like I looked up more research of how to get this perfect image, like full-on screen image of the gameplay itself without having to put a camera to the TV like it was back in those old days when you started YouTube. I looked up like info how to do that, and I came across this little feature with this little item called a capture card unit. I was like, what the hell is a capture card? I looked at that capture cards, different variations, different selections, different sections of different ones, and I'm like, wow, they're so expensive. And I was only like a teenager at the time. I was only a teenager when I first discovered like all this new stuff that I did not know about for like gameplays and stuff, or like making a channel based on just on games or something like that. When I came across that, I was like, okay, I had to like find a way to make this money. And the only one that was able to afford was this thing called don't judge me, everybody had it back in their days when they first started YouTube. I did at first, called the Dazzle capture card unit. This thing was okay back in the day. It was awesome for me because it was an achievement for me because it was actually my very first official capture card. Not very official, but it was something I can use. It wasn't much, but it was something. And my first microphone I actually started using before I got this bad boy and the pop filter and my microphone stand. The first microphone I actually started using was the Rock Band USB microphone. And that was my start. That was my default for the last 3 years, give or take. When I first started using that, I was like, okay, I didn't care for the sound and the audio on it because I didn't know like how like professional it should have been. But I didn't care. I was still having fun with the process because you gotta admit, like when you first started or you still doing it, you still have fun with it. I'm still having fun with the channel I have now, like the Advanced Project Ultra. The last channel was called Gamer Dude 4855, all caps. It was a fun process for me. It was a fun learning experience. I had so much fun with that other channel. I just didn't know what to do with it because because with YouTube nowadays, when there's so much features and new adding features is made it more impossible to my channel get noticed. Because a lot of people love the idea of how my channel was. It was that I don't know why it was so special for a lot of people back then. When I had that idea, like people really appreciating how my videos were doing. I was like, huh, okay. All I did was talk gibberish. I might as well keep this up. And when I first got the capture card, I had the idea of like, I'm making my own Let's Play. I don't know what about. It took me like a couple weeks to possibly months to figure out what my first Let's Play should be about. When I had the idea, I'm gonna be like, I know a game. I decided to make a Let's Play about Tomb Raider Underworld. Fantastic game. Best game I ever played in my life. It has great mechanics, it has great story, and the idea of it is just phenomenal. If you play it for yourself, kudos for you guys. For those who don't, buy it now, is awesome. If you guys have an Xbox 360 or a PS3 or a PC, because I bought an Xbox 360 version of it. That was actually the first copy I actually owned for the 360. I played it before on the PS2, and when I bought it for the 360, I was like, wow, the graphics are real different from the PS2 version. And I rebought it again for the PC, for my PC, and I beat that again. And when I had an idea, like, what should I do, like, because I've already beaten it by myself, like, off camera before, like, throw on survival, basically being the hardest difficulty, quote unquote, hardest difficulty on the game. I played it from start to finish. I had so much fun with it. I made crabby commentary. Apparently a lot of people like that set commentary. I really had fun with that. That was the best idea I ever had. I had like to this point, I'm pretty sure it has over the first part had like over 60K viewers so far. I don't know, it has been a while since I looked at it, but I didn't care about it. I really wanted to have fun with the fact that I'm making my first Let's Play, and the fact that I had so much free time to do it. It was fun at the same time. Now, when that was finished, I did not know what to do with that. Like, did not know what to do next. Like, most of that was like basically having fun with this Let's Play. I guess that kind of ruined my motivation to make more videos, because when I made that first Let's Play, I'm like, now what? Okay, I have the DLC for Underworld. Might as well do the Lore of Shadow. That was the only DLC I had. I did not get I only did like 2 parts of Lore of Shadow. I stopped there. Made a couple of different, like, I'll admit there were bad videos, but when I made different videos, like different like gameplays, I did not know how to like adapt from that. My thought for that was basically like, I don't know, but I'm still going to put this on there because might as well. Then years later, I stopped making videos for some time. Then I'm like, I don't know what to do now. I moved from where I lived when I first started my channel, because being where I am now, like, because I live in Las Vegas, and being here, like, is back where I lived was basically like the most troublesome area in Vegas. And now when I finally got a chance to move, I had more motivation to do more things. But then coming 2012, when I moved in the north side, I decided to like get out more, because back when I was living in this cruddy neighborhood before, I didn't get out much. My most time I spent, it was indoors playing video games, as everybody was back when they were all teenagers or kids or so on. When I moved over in the north side, I decided to like go out more. I visited like a certain recreation center. When I was still a teenager, I decided to become a volunteer for 2 years. Now I decided to get a job. Now I have less time to myself. Whatever free time I had, I spent it mostly on doing whatever I wanted. That's coming 2015. No, it was 2014. I decided to buy my official capture card. I still got the rock crap. I almost unveiled what I have. I still got the crap. I mentioned it earlier. Was the Dazzle capture card. I still got it, but there's no use for it anymore, because with the new consoles of today's generation with the HDMI ports, there's no need for the Dazzle anymore, because there's no feature for that. Unless they upgraded those, then I don't know why they would. I upgraded to this thing called the Roxio Game Catcher HD Pro. For those of you who's been updated for every capture card that's been coming out back then, I finally got one of those. I don't not have the Elgato, because that thing's twice as expensive. I only got the Roxio because it was on sale for $100. Well, it's the HD Pro, and I'm glad you got the HD Pro, because that has the HDMI outputs, the input and output, because it was good, because I mostly would like to use HDMI ports. I got that. It was the best idea. Then I started making more videos. Then I'm like, still not happy with the way I'm doing this. I need something that makes it like different, makes it more of a pop. This is my set full creation. I took a break from filming for a few months to a couple years, and I started like contemplating like name of this next channel. Like, I had the idea for what I want to do for this new channel. I just don't know the name. And I had a notebook, I had a notepad, and a pencil or a pen. I started like writing down like random freaking names. Most people come up with a name like just out of blue, or they just like it was a nickname to them. Mine was basically like randomly select names. Add like write down one name, write down a third, write down something else, write down a third name just in case I want to add like a third name to that said channel, which is basically this channel, as you may know it, as Advanced Project Ultra. And here's the thing, I started writing down different names, and I'm like, started like crossing them, connecting them basically, and seeing like what makes it more pop. And like, that does, like, I had this one name and it didn't fit in. Like I imagine myself as like doing that intro for that name for that channel, and I'm like, does not sound right. I've spent like at least a couple weeks to this discussion, and I'm like, I found like a perfect connection. It may sound cheesy, but it sounded like it'll fit. And that, like I said before, Advanced Project Ultra. I don't know why. The thought of it was pretty cool. Like I said, it might sound cheesy, but if you think about it, it's like you advance, you make a project about it, and you make it feel like an ultra accomplishment. You advance to your objective of what you started. Then you put that idea into a project, and it feel like an ultimate accomplishment. See, that's what not a lot of people feel like this. That why the channel's named that. That's basically why, because my vision, basically like advancing that project, advancing that idea, putting that idea to a project, and basically making that to an ultimate accomplishment, being like making that ultimate into a shorter ultra. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm just speaking rambles here. But when I finally get that idea for the name of the channel going, I decided, like, got the idea, now to make everything else happen. I got everything done. I have all the equipment I need. I just need to make this a reality. I made the second channel, and now I'm having fun with this channel. Like, the channel, during 2015, I kind of like went down on downfall. I don't know why. I guess because I didn't want to embrace how I felt, like how my emotions should feel like. Because most of the time I was always recording at night, which basically because I live with a family right now, and when it gets dark, everybody's asleep because everybody has work. And now I'm like, because I had the idea of like doing like kind of like, I'm not afraid to mention this now because it's almost the end of 2016. It's been like a year since I've done my last videos since I first started. I kind of like copied over like other people, sort of. I just didn't want to like make it look like it was that. But now, being more motivated, watching other people's videos like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier or PewDiePie or Cinnamon Toast Ken, anybody at this point, I had watching their videos. I'm like, how did they do that? Like, make their like channels like more appealing. I'm not also afraid to say this. Also, like, I kind of made this channel make it more noticeable than my last channel. I lost focus for a long time, for like a year. I lost focus. Then now I'm like, now I wonder why I'm not having fun with this channel, because I'm lost focus. I lost focus with the fact that why I made the second channel was to have fun again. To have fun again was the main goal. Like, I lost focus on that. No, I'm not copying nobody. I'm just saying this because I did it to have fun. Like, because it's fun to just... Games is just to have fun. And what do you do with said games? Like I said, to have fun. You don't play games... Mostly people do it as a profession, as a career, to basically start a team, go to tournaments. No, I don't care for that. I did care at some point before, but I decided, like, no, I don't want to do that. That's why I'm not your average gamer. I don't have a team. I'm literally just one person doing all this. Like, the editing work, all me. The film work, me. The setups, all me. I don't have nobody to help me with. I have supporters, which being my family that I live with. They support me all the way. My friends, I have a friend who basically like helped me with the vision. The computer I had to give him a shout out for that, because I meant to be giving him a shout out for the last, when I first got my official computer, because I had this Dell computer that ran like shit basically. When I first decided, like, I'm gonna buy me a computer. I'm done with this Dell computer. This computer doesn't run the way I want it to. It doesn't run. It slows down when I'm trying to do editing work. And my first editing editing software was the default. You all should know this. The default editing system was Windows Movie Maker. That was the best thing I ever used, because it was such a good for my level, starters, and it was good. It was good for a while until like I need something better, because I'm getting more into this. I need more better editing software. When I first got my computer, my new computer that as being used for most of my equipment now is the Asus desktop. And basically, when I first got it, I went to my friend, because he's good with computers. He can repair them, he can program them, he's good with all that, and he can recommend you the best equipment you can use for your. He can help you recommend. He can recommend you something, and you just gotta know what to do with said equipment. We went to Best Buy. I went around looking for a capture card that basically looks good for my computer. I browsed. I actually split it up from him and his stepdad. I went around looking for a capture card. Well, basically I went around looking for computer parts in general, because one day I want to build my personal computer, basically being a gaming computer. When like in the distant future, when I get more money in, I want to build up a gaming PC. But until then, I'm looking for parts for that. Then after that, I'm like, okay, done. I'm going to look up capture cards. Oh, not capture cards. Graphics cards. I started looking for a graphics card because I need one, because this thing, it doesn't run officially without one. I started looking up some. I'm like, what could be good? I talked to the associate. He told me I could get this. Then my friend comes along and says, do you want something that has memory and graphic? Because the thought of it, I thought about this for like a few minutes, and I'm like, I do need something with memory and graphic. Long story short, I chose the one with the memory and graphic. And let me say this, best decision I ever made. The associate was kind of pissed off because my friend actually recommended me that something was good. And believe me, I'm like, associate, you supposed to know this. You work here. And when I got this graphics card, I bought it. I came back. I grabbed my computer, took it to his house. We hooked it up. We tried to see what we can do to make it to activate it, because we were like, how the hell did we figure this out? We figured it out. It's working, operating perfectly. Now, then I quit for a bit again, contemplating what. I had no ideas for games, because a lot of people are done gameplays for a lot of things. I didn't want to make it seem like I'm trying to copy them in a way I shouldn't care, because it's my channel. People can care. People can think that all they want. Nowadays, I'm like, I'm doing whatever I want, because I'm the one in charge of my own things. My desktop is my own property. My videos are my own. The gameplays are my own. I do whatever I want. The channel's mine. Nobody owns it. Nobody has no right to this channel. Nobody owns a percentage of it. Nobody does. I own 100% of this channel. I can do whatever I want with it. If I want to make a video of the same game that this person played, let it be. I'll do it. I'll make a different commentary, make a different perspective on the game, because maybe, who knows, I might discover something different than this person did, and he'd miss. And come to think of it, I could have done videos on that, but I didn't, because I had that thought, I did not want to make it look like I'm trying to copy this said person. Then I'm still contemplating what I should do. I literally had the thought about deleting the channel. I don't know what to do. I literally don't. Then I saw hope again. I want to have fun. I literally had to take time to realize why I started YouTube in the first place. It was not to be a professional with it. It's not to be an expert on things. It's not to be like a professor on gaming. I just made that up. I don't know why the hell I said that. I'm running out of ideas for these things. It's to basically have fun with it. Again, I keep saying that is because I really did. Because people may look fun, and I lost sight of that. When YouTube started that new monetized thing, that's kind of why I couldn't think of anything to do for it. But I'm no, I don't want to make money off YouTube anymore. I want to be able to have fun my own way. I don't care if people don't see like the idea for it. It's just because it's a wacky idea I have. Like when I did the 90-second portraits, I did like a random like improv of doing like a random stupid like Italian voice. Then when I did the Reddit 50/50 challenge, I'm like, it's a new thing that I've never done. I've been wanting to do it, but when my I have a laptop, but it can't run CDs anymore. Somehow it broke, and I've tried to like get footages, but it wouldn't work. Nor I couldn't get sounds to play on both my desktop and my laptop, and like, that's why no like gameplay footages for like computer have ever been uploaded. And now I had the idea to do challenges, which basically has been going around, like the Reddit 50/50 or Try Not to Laugh challenge. I did a video on Try Not to Laugh challenge, and it was fun. I literally had the most fun of doing those challenges because I don't know why, just the thought about those challenges made me feel different about myself. Like I feel like I went back to my old self when I first started YouTubing in the first place. I don't do it as a profession. I don't do it as a for anything. I just do it to have fun. If you guys don't see that, I feel sorry for you, because you're in the wrong session on YouTube. Basically, if you're looking for a person to act professional, act responsible, I don't know what's responsible is in there for me, or basically like really serious about their work, then you're in the wrong place. Because my channel is to basically bring out the fun in it. Basically, like, I'm like to have fun. I'm still in my youth. I'm like 20 years old at this point. My first time of starting YouTube was back when I was like at least 15 years old. I first started YouTubing back in 2009. It's been it's been at least 7 years, almost 8 years since I first started YouTube. I'm literally getting to that point, like I know some parts of YouTube. I've been there since YouTube was still new, sort of. But YouTube has been fun for me. It's brought a lot of like attention to myself. Like I did not know, like I kind of had to get out of that shyness of like talking to other people, like basically to you guys through like a video camera and a microphone, like this one, for example. But the idea for it brought to attention myself. Like I kind of wanted to do acting at some point before. I did do like I went to acting school for a bit. I got in, but it never went. Don't ask why. It's just how it is. It's just what it is. I could have gotten my acting skills, my commentary could have been better, but I don't care. The more I do YouTube, the more my commentary is starting to sound better. I'm starting to sound more louder than I ever did. And be sure to stay up to date for more on that, because I am going to be more ambitious and more louder than expected. Because I'm starting to get out of my shyness of that. Because back before, I was always shy, like, is someone going to hear me? I'm like, I don't care. Screw them. I'm making a YouTube video. If I have a problem with that, come to my door. We'll talk about it. I basically like to explain why I'm shout. Especially my people next door. And it's basically, we're now at the end of 2016. New stuff is coming out next year. Basically, quick announcement right now. I'm not gonna no longer be living in Vegas anymore. I'll be moving in April, probably the second week, maybe the following week after that. Because this year will be next year. For the next few months will be my last moments in Vegas. I'll be moving to Pittsburgh, where I was born. And I went to Pittsburgh back in the summer for a family reunion. I realized how fun that was. I really love the fact that it was more trees, greener than Vegas. Yeah, there's the Strip, there's Fremont. That's not fun. It kind of is, but when you live in Vegas, it's not as fun. People visiting Vegas, it's fun to them because they've never been to Vegas. They've never been to the Strip. They've never been to Fremont. Yes, sometimes we'll have free concerts, cool events, this and that. But that gets boring. I want to be somewhere I don't know the full ins and outs of a town. Vegas, I know a little too much. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And believe me, that gets annoying. And basically, 2017 is going to be a good year. And I hope a lot of you had like a great Christmas, great Thanksgiving, have fun on every freaking holiday that's been on 2016. Hope you guys had a fun year of 2016. Some people had like the worst year, and yes, 2016 was the worst year of all of our lives because we lost a lot of great people of 2016. We recently lost the great Carrie Fisher and her mother. Yes, we lost Princess Leia recently, and that's been a hard one on me because I'm basically a Star Wars fan, and finding out that the actress who played Princess Leia passed away hurt me so much because it was the most painful thing I ever had to witness in my life because she was a hero to me. She was like different for every princess I've ever seen. Yes, I'm also mentioning like Disney princesses. Freaking Princess Leia was no fairy tale princess. She was like a badass who didn't give a crap. She would even fight in the war. You don't see that in most princess movies. For Christ's sake, that's why freaking Princess Leia is the best. Jeez, yeah. But you have to say, your princess is better than your princess. Get the hell out of here. Basically, that's how I felt about it because that was literally the most hurtful thing I ever saw in my life. We lost a lot of actors, a lot of musicians. It's been the most confusing year, I will have to say, because reason why, y'all may know anyway. I'm making this video longer than it should be. And I'm all prepared for 2017. It may be a few videos for maybe when I get ready to move, but I do not look forward to that. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. Because basically, I'm still contemplating if I should make a video of me moving, like being on the airport, or not. I'm still contemplating about that. But I would probably make a video of me landing in my new hometown, my new town I'll be moving into. And yes, I'm not making this a joke. And it's not April Fool's joke. I know whenever I say April, they probably think I'm thinking about like, oh, it's an April Fool's joke. Ha ha. I've been saving money since this past summer. It's been a great 2016. 2017, embrace me with your great year. I don't know why I'm saying great so soon. It might be another crazy year because now we have like a new president. But I'm ready for 2017. 2017, I'm ready for 2017 again to happen already. New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's, everybody. And all I gotta say is this. If you guys like this, every video I do of 2016 to 2015, be sure to hit those like buttons. If you guys would like to leave your thoughts in those comments of each video, you don't have to do that. I'm just saying it. You could leave your thoughts in comments below. And if you guys want, you could leave. If you guys want to stay up to date for any more future videos of mine, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys and ladies. Ultra going to end this year of 2016. Signing out.